Welcome you students. In today's class, we are going to learn the concept of interfacing and memory mapping and IO mapping. So let's start from interface. What is an interface? Interface is a concept that refers to a point of interaction between the component and it is applicable at the level of both hardware and software, or it is a path for communication between the two components. We know that microprocessor is the CPU of a computer. A microprocessor can perform some operation on a data and give the output. But to perform the operation, we need an input to enter the data and an output to display the result of the operation. So we are using a keyboard as a input and monitor as a output along with the processor. Here, here is the microprocessor, 8085 microprocessor, interface with the IO devices or memory. Also interface memory elements like ROM, EPROM to access the memory. Here 8085 microprocessor is interface with the input output device or memory. So interface with the buses or number of wires. Buses are address bus, data bus and control bus, and these buses are not directly connected to the input output device or memory, which is connected to the logic circuit, that is NAND gate or decoder. Interface is the path for communication between the two components, that is input output device or memory. Interfacing a microprocessor is to connect it with various peripherals to perform various operations to obtain a desired output. The interfacing process involves matching the memory requirement with the microprocessor signals. The interfacing circuit therefore should be designed in such a way that it matches the memory signal requirement with the signal of the microprocessor. For example, for carrying out a read process, the microprocessor should initiate read signal which the memory requires to read a data. Interface is of two types, memory interfacing and IO interfacing. So let's start memory interfacing. When we are executing any instruction, we need the microprocessor to access the memory for reading instruction code and the data stored in the memory. Memory requires some signals to read from and write to register. Similarly, microprocessor transmits some signal for reading or writing a data. The interfacing between the microprocessor and the memory devices by connecting the data and the address bus is called memory interfacing. This is the block diagram for memory and IO interfacing. Here microprocessor is interface with the memory as well as IO device through the buses, address bus, data bus and control bus. And this bus is not directly connected with the memory IO devices or not directly interface, which is interface through the logic circuit, that is NAND, decoder, etc. Here the 8085 interfacing pins are required for interfacing. This is the 8085 microprocessor, and suppose there is a memory interfacing. Suppose 8085 microprocessor wants to access the data from the memory, that is memory read operation. So the address of the particular memory location is in program counter. Suppose program counter having the address 2000. This is the 16-bit address. The MSB bit is through the address bus, that is 8 to F15, and another 8-bit, that is lower order 8-bit address, is going through the A0 to A7. Means address bus is generated. Now at the location 2000 having some data, and this data is accessed by the microprocessor through the data bus. So उसमें क्या होगा ना, माइक्रोप्रोसेसर डेटा को रीड करना चाहता है 2000 लोकेशन का, तो वो क्या करेगा ना, जनरेट करेगा कंट्रोल बस, जो कि वो देगा कंट्रोल बस के थ्रू कौन सा सिग्नल जनरेट करेगा, रीड बार सिग्नल जनरेट करेगा कि वो अपने डेटा को एक्सेस करना चाहता है मेमोरी से माइक्रोप्रोसेसर में। फिर क्या होगा उसके बाद, डेटा जो है वो डेटा कैसे आएगा, थ्रू दी एड्रेस बस, सॉरी डेटा बस, which is multiplexed with the address bus and stored in the instruction register. And here we are communicating with the memory. Microprocessor is communicating with the memory, so IO/M bar is low, means interfacing with the memory. This read bar is generated through the control bus, that microprocessor wants to read the data from the memory. If microprocessor wants to write the data into the memory, then WR bar signal is generated. Now this ALE pin is generated when ALE is high, indicate AD0 to AD7 are addresses. Because lower order address is multiplexed with the data bus, so this is differentiate or distinguished by the ALE pin. Whenever it data is transferred or a lower order address is transferred, this is distinguished by the ALE pin. When it is 1, then data is transfer. When it is low, it indicate AD0 to AD7 are data. And this ready signal is used by the microprocessor to sense whether a peripheral device is ready to transfer data or not. If ready pin is high, then the peripheral devices are ready to transfer data. If ready pin is low, then the peripheral devices are not ready to transfer data to the microprocessor. So these are the interfacing pins: ALE, read, write, ready. These are interfacing pins, or AD0 to AD7, 8 to A15. Demultiplexing address and data line. As I told you, the concept of demultiplexing. 8085 identifies a memory location with 16 address line, that is A0 to F15, higher order address 8 to F15, and lower order address A0 to A7, which is multiplexed with the data lines, that is D0 to D7. So 8085 performs the data transfer using the line AD0 to AD7. This lower order address and the data bus are multiplexed on same line, that is AD0 to AD7. Demultiplexing refers to separating the addresses and data signal for read and write operation through the ALE pins. These are the demultiplexing concept. Need for demultiplexing: separate the address and data line from the multiplex data and addresses. Here is the 8085 microprocessor. In 8085 microprocessor there is a program counter. Suppose program counter having the address 2005, and this is higher order address bus is carrying through the 8 to A15, and lower order address is carrying through the D0 to AD7, which is multiplex with the data lines. So in microprocessor memory, 2055 location is selected. So my microprocessor wants to read data from this location. So microprocessor generate a read signal through the control bus that it wants to access the data of location 2005. After generating a read signal, memory understands that microprocessor wants that data or instruction from the location 2005. At that time, the data or instruction for FH is carrying through the data lines or multiplex, that is AD0 to AD7. So data lines are bidirectional. This is the need for demultiplexing, and which is separated by the ALE pin. ALE is set to 1. At that time, lower order address is carrying. When ALE is low, when data is coming through the data lines, at that time ALE is low, that is set to 0. These are interfacing of memory chip with the microprocessor. The program and data are executed by the microprocessor have to be stored in ROM, EPROM and RAM, which are basically semiconductor memory chips. Microprocessor needs to access memory quite frequently to read instruction and store in memory. The interface circuit enables that access. This is the internal structure of interfacing with the memory chip. This is the block diagram. Here 8085 is interfacing with the memory chip. The address of a memory location or an I/O device is sent out by the microprocessor. This corresponding memory chip or I/O devices is selected by a decoding circuit. This is decoding circuit. The decoding task can be performed by a decoder or a comparator or a bipolar or PLA, program logic array. In this section, we are using the decoder of IC 74LS373. Shows the interface of memory chip through 74LS373. The interface process involves designing a circuit that will match the memory requirement with the microprocessor signals. Memory has certain signals requirement to read from and write into the memory. Similarly, microprocessor initiate the set of signal when it wants to read from and write into the memory. The 8085 has 16 address line, that is A02, A15 has a maximum of memory capacity, that is 2 raised to 16 is equal to 64 kilobyte of memory location can be interfaced with it. The memory address space of the 8085 takes value from 000 to FFH having a 16-bit address. So this is the range of processor. The 8085 initiates set of signals as IO/M bar, read bar and write bar when it wants to read from and write into the memory. 8085 initiates sets of signals such as IO/M bar when it is interfaced with the memory, then it will set to 0. When it is communicating with the IO devices or interface with the IO device, then it will set to 1. When it wants the data from the memory, then it generates a read signal. When it wants to write data into the generate a write bar, WR bar, through the control bus. These are the controls signal. Similarly, each memory chip has signals such as CS bar or CE bar, CH bar, chip select or CE chip enable. OE or RD bar, output enable or read, and WE or write, WR bar. WE is the write enable or WR is the write associated with it. When the 8085 wants to read from the memory and write into the memory, it activates IO/M bar signal. Status of IO/M bar, RD and WR signal during the memory read and write operations are: suppose IO/M bar, there is read bar, and write bar, there is operation. If IO/M bar set to 0, read bar is 0, write bar is then 8085 reads data from the memory. When IO/M bar is 0 and read bar is 1 and WR bar is 0, then 8085 writes the data into the memory. So using IO/M bar, read and write signal two control signals, that is ME, MR, that is memory read, and ME, MW, that is memory write, are generated. 8085 places 16-bit address on address bus, and with this address only one register should be selected. Only 11 low, 1 is low, means order address line are required. Remaining 8085 addresses line, that is A15 to A11, should be decoded to generate chip select. 8085 provides two signals, that is IO/M bar and read bar, to indicate that is memory read operation, that is MEMR. Similarly, signal IO/M bar and WR bar indicates memory write operation. So, the primary function of memory interfacing is that the microprocessor should be able to read from and write into a given register of memory chip. That is, select the chip, identify the register, and enable the appropriate buffer. The E085 uses a 16-bit wide address bus for addressing memories and I/O devices. Using 16-bit wide address bus, it can access 2 to the power 16, that is equal to 64 kilobyte of memory and I/O devices, and its range is 16 bit, so range is from 000 to FFFH. If 15-bit wide address for addressing memories and I/O devices, then that is A0 to A14, 15 address lines are required. So memory mapped is 2 to the power 15, that is equal to 32 kilobyte memory devices, memory or I/O devices. Memory map depends on how address line A15 is connected. Memory device is selected with the memory, so IO/M bar is 0 and A15 is 0. So there is the address line, that is A0 to A15, starting from 000H to A0 to A15, that is A15 is 0, means considering the 44-bit. So this is 7. Now rest 3 pairing are F, 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 H. I/O interfacing. There are various communication devices like keyboard, mouse, printer, etc. So we need to interface the keyboard and the other devices with the microprocessor by using the latches and buffer. This type of interfacing is known as I/O interfacing. We know that keyboard and displays are used as communication channel with outside the world. So it is necessary that we interface keyboard and display with the microprocessor. There are two methods of interfacing the input-output devices with the microprocessor. These are memory mapped I/O and I/O mapped I/O. So starts from memory mapped I/O. When you have a I/O device, processor can treat as an I/O device, either as a memory device or as an I/O device. If you treat the I/O device as memory device, you do not differentiating between the memory and I/O. You giving all of them same treatments, hence it is called memory mapped I/O. In memory mapped I/O, there is only one address space. Address space is defined as the set of all possible addresses that a microprocessor can generate. Some addresses are assigned to memories and some addresses to I/O device. An I/O device is also treated as memory location and one address is assigned to it. Suppose that memory location are assigned with the addresses 2000 to 24FF. One address is assigned to each memory location. Any one of these addresses cannot be assigned to I/O device. The addresses for I/O device are different from the addresses which have been assigned to memories. These addresses which have not been assigned to memories can be assigned to IO devices. For example, 2500, 2501, 2502, etc. may be assigned to IO devices. One address is assigned to each IO device. In this method, the IO devices are treated like the memory. A part of the memory addresses space is used for the IO device. The memory mapped IO scheme is drawn here. This is the address A02, A7. This is the higher order address A8 to A15. This is the data bus, which is bidirectional. There is a read signal and there is a write signal. This is the memory and IO device. The address bus is 16 bits, so there is a higher order address that is carrying from the 8 to A15, and lower order address is A0 to A7, and there is 8-bit data D0 to D7. If microprocessor wants to read the data from the memory, then generate the read RD bar. If wants to write into the memory, then generate a WR signal. Addresses location ranges from 0002 FFFH. This is the memory mapped IO scheme diagram. In memory mapped IO, the same address space is used for both memory and IO. The microprocessor uses 16 address line, that is A0 to A7 and A8 to A15 for the memory as well as for the IO devices. The IO devices share the address space with the memory. All the memory related instructions are used for addressing IO devices also. No separate in and out instruction are required in memory mapped IO scheme. IO/M bar is also not required in memory mapped IO. Memory instruction for, that is processor instruction, are used for both memory and IO devices. How the memory operation is performed? When the memory related instruction like LDA and STA are used, the microprocessor places 16-bit address, that is A0 to A7 and A8 to A15 on the address bus. RD bar is activated for read operation and W bar is activated for write operation. Similarly, how IO operation is performed? When the memory related instruction like LDA and STA are used, the microprocessor places the 16-bit addresses on the address bus. Because here IO devices is also using the instruction like LDA and STA. The RD bar is activated for read operation and WR bar is activated for write operation. In IO mapped IO, the addresses assigned to memory location can also be assigned to IO devices, since the same address may be assigned to memory location or an IO device. So the microprocessor must issue A signal to distinguish whether the address on the address bus is for memory location or an I/O devices. When you have I/O devices, processor can treat as an I/O device, either as a memory device or as an I/O device. Here is the diagram for the I/O mapped I/O. A0 to A7, A8 to A15. This is the data bus D0 to D7, read bar, write bar, and IO slash M bar. This is for the memory and this is for the IO. A0 to A7, D0 to D7, read, write, and IO slash M bar, which is having the NOT gate. So the Intel 8085 issues an IO slash M bar signal for this purpose. When this signal is high, the address on the address bus, when this signal IO slash M bar is high, then address on the address bus is for an IO devices. When this signal is low, the address on the address bus for a memory location. High means for IO devices this signal is, when low means this is for memory location. In this method, IO devices are treated as IO device and memory is treated as memory. Space is used for memory and IO. The IO mapped IO scheme is shown here. In IO mapped IO scheme, the processor uses 16-bit address line, that is A0 to A7 and A8 to A15 for the memory, and 8 address line A0 to A7 identify and input-output devices. Here the full address space for the memory is 000 to F because it is 16-bit address line that is used for the memory, and separate address space, that is 00 to F is used for the IO device because IO device having the address of 8-bit. Hence the microprocessor can addresses 65536 or 64 kilobyte because address lines are 16-bit, 2 raised to 16, that is equal to 64 kilobyte memory location, and 256, that is 2 to the power 8 equal to 256 input devices and 256 output devices separately because IO devices are 8-bit address line, having the 8-bit address line. In and out instruction are used to activate the IO slash M bar signal. Memory operation is executed like in this manner. When the memory related instruction like LDA and STR are used, the microprocessor places the 16-bit address on the address bus. The microprocessor makes the IO slash M bar low because communication in between the memory. The microprocessor makes the read low for the read operation and write bar low for the write operation. Now, how IO devices is executed? When the IO related instruction, that is in and out, are used, the microprocessor places the 8-bit address on the address bus, that is A0 to A7. That's why there is no need of A8 to A15 address line, because it is a 8-bit address line. IO/M bar line is made high through the NOT gate, because here I am considering the IO or IO devices, input output devices. The microprocessor makes the read bar low for read operation, write bar low for write operation. Here, differentiation between the memory mapped and IO mapped. IO devices are mapped into the memory space. IO devices are mapped into the IO space. Here, IO addresses are as big as memory addresses. In 8085, IO addresses will be 16-bit as memory addresses. Here, IO addresses are smaller than memory addresses. In 8085, IO addresses will be 8-bit. Through the memory addresses are 16-bit. More decoder hardware are required, less decoder hardware are required. This allows us to increase the number of IO devices we can access up to the power 16, that is equal to 64 kilobyte. This allows us to access limited number of IO devices. For example, 2 to the power 8, that is equal to 256 IO devices. Memory addresses are big, so address decoding will be slower. IO addresses are smaller, so addresses decoding will be faster. Memory instruction are used, that is LDA, STA. Special instruction are used, that is in and out. We need only two control signals in the system, that is read and write. Here we need 4 control signals, that is memory read, memory write, IO read, IO write. ALU operation can be performed on data. ALU operation or arithmetic logic operation cannot be performed on data. Data can be transferred using any register of the processor. Here data can be transferred only using a fixed register, that is accumulator. Thank you.